The state has approved higher ACA health insurance premiums. Meanwhile, an EMS worker filed a complaint against Teamsters. Most indie venues around the state are in the red. Finally, boogie like you can't stop. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. State officials on Tuesday issued final approval on higher premiums for health insurance sold through the Affordable Care Act marketplace, reports Y. And state insurance regulators say that some will see prices that are quote-unquote shocking. Individual and small group rates will vary depending on insurance company, along with specific plan, where one lives, and income. But on average, premium prices will go up by almost 21%. Additionally, insurance companies have said they're looking for increases to cover the potential loss of health subsidies, along with other market conditions, like the general rising costs of health care. The state insurance department did block, quote, a number of excessive increases that insurers requested, unquote, to a sum of $50.1 million. But still, a number of insurers are looking to raise premiums as much as 38% in the individual market and 22% in the small group market. Shannon Gilbert is an employee of the North Huntington EMS/Rescue in Westmoreland County who wanted to hold a secret ballot election to vote on continued representation from Teamsters Local 205, reports the Center Square. But, according to a complaint she filed on Tuesday with the National Labor Relations Board, her request was wrongly denied based on a bureaucratic technicality not found in national labor laws. Gilbert is accusing Teamsters leadership of using monopolistic collective bargaining rights to threaten workers' jobs. Further information regarding Gilbert's case remains pending. Indie music venues, meaning those not owned by multinational corporations or publicly traded companies, are both economic and cultural drivers, states Axios Pittsburgh. That, and they're just great spots to hang out and socialize. Unfortunately, as per a first-of-its-kind report from the National Independent Venue Association, the majority of indie venues in Pennsylvania are unprofitable even though they're a boon to the state's economy, generating about $3.6 billion in economic output and supporting more than 24,000 jobs statewide. Only about 28% of these venues in the state turned a profit in 2024. A lot of them attributed this to the usual suspects. Inflation, rising labor and real estate costs, marketing hurdles. Lingering fallout from the pandemic, too, was cited. And this is a national issue. 64% of indie venues across the U.S. confirm that they have the same problem. The Motor Museum in Philadelphia is inviting you to dance like you can't stop, says PennLive. On October 30th, Mischief Night, as it just so happens, the museum will be hosting a Choreomania dance party, which is a nod to one of history's weirder moments. Hundreds of years ago, different places in Europe were hit by what came to be called the dancing plague, where people started to dance and just couldn't stop, for reasons still unknown today. The museum's Choreomania event comes complete with small bites, drinks, a live DJ, and a sensory light installation, as well as costumed actors and pop-up activations. And also, the option of whether to keep dancing or to stop. That's all, folks. For even more news, visit PennLive.com, and please remember to rate this podcast and to share it around with your family and friends. Thanks in advance, and of course, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and see you for Friday's episode of Today in PA.